Welcome to Adding Dollars. In this video, I'll be going over my weekly update on the highest volatility stocks, so stocks that are paying the highest premiums for covered calls and cash secured puts. Before jumping into this week's scan, if you're new to cash secured puts or covered calls, make sure to check out the videos in the description. Now let's go ahead and jump into this week's high volatility scan. As always, I'm on the Scan tab in the Thinkorswim platform, and we are going to be starting with scanning the S&P 500. Let's go ahead and scan that. Click Scan, and I have this implied volatility column on the side, sorted from highest to lowest. This is after hours data, so keep that in mind. This may change when the market opens. Right now at the top of the list, we have Walgreens with a 62% implied volatility. And let's see what that is. It says it has earnings coming up on January 4th. Walgreens is currently trading at $22.91. We can jump over to the trade tab and see what kind of premiums it's paying based on its current volatility. I'm going to be looking at the 8 days out or expiring next Friday options. And as always, this column right here on the far right is a custom column that I have that quickly calculates the percentage profit for cash secured puts, and it also gives you an estimate for covered calls on the call option side right here. If you're interested in adding this column to your own platform, then check out the link in the description where you can download instructions on how to add this to your own platform. Now, jumping back to the analysis, it looks like you can get about 1% profit from selling a cash secured put at the $22 strike price, and that means you would collect about $23. The risk here, if the stock price did end up closing below the $22 strike price and you got assigned, you would then need $2,200 in order to buy 100 shares. Looking at the covered call side, it currently costs you $2,291 to buy 100 shares of Walgreens stock, but then you could sell the $23 strike price and collect about $57 to $58 or about 2.52% in just 8 days. Jumping back to the Scan tab, as always, feel free to pause the video and take a look at the entire list of sorted high volatility stocks within the S&P 500. We also have Alaska Air Group on this list. Alaska recently had a merger with Hawaiian Airlines, so let's go ahead and take a look at this one as well. Current volatility, 42%, and trading at $35.97. So jumping back to the trade tab, and again, looking at the 8 days out options, it doesn't seem like Alaska has weekly options, but they do have one expiring in 8 days. Because this is a lower volatility stock, the premiums do kind of drop off pretty quick as you get further from the current stock price. So in this case, in order to make about 1.2%, you would need to sell the $35 strike price, and that means you would collect about $40 to $42 in premium. And the risk here, if you did end up getting assigned, is you would need $3,500 in order to buy 100 shares. On the covered call side, it would cost you $3,597 to buy 100 shares right now, and then you could sell the 37.5 strike price and collect about $25 to $27 or about 0.73% in 8 days. Jumping back to the Scan tab, some other stocks that we have on this list include Lulu, Delta, American Airlines, Fox, Etsy, Netflix. I'm going to go ahead and also scan the Russell 1000 so we can see what kind of stocks are on there for highest volatility as well. Here we can see the Russell 1000 stocks sorted from highest volatility to lowest. We have JetBlue with 127% volatility at the moment and trading at $5.45. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one on the trade tab. Again, looking at the 8 days out options, it looks like you can make about 0.78% selling the $4.50 put option. You would collect about $3 in premium, and if you did get assigned, it would cost you $450 to buy 100 shares. On the covered call side, it would currently cost you $545 to buy 100 shares, but then you could sell the $550 call option for about $24 in premium or about 4.45% in 8 days. If you're interested in learning more about when to buy cash secured puts or covered calls, check out some of the other videos in the description below where I talk about what I look for when selling cash secured puts or covered calls. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.